Breaking news!
Meanwhile at UCI South, it was Jackal's release date, and everybody was happy, not just for him, but for themselves. Nobody had to smell him anymore. Everybody got bad days, but Jackal was just plain stank. Straight foul. Still, Jackal had made some money inside. He had a guard bringing things in for him and left. His little small phone with his skips to keep the operation going. He was ready to slide back into the streets like old times. Bandit. SHHHHHHHHH. The girl in the control booth pressed the button to open the slider, holding her nose as the funk hit the vent. She couldn't take it. Jackal stepped into the free world with a rotten smile. Outside, Giggles and Tears waited, both keeping their distance. Was up. Happy to see you, Giggles said, stepping back a few feet. Was up, y'all? Jackal nodded, respectfully keeping space too. Glad you out now, so we can get back to the money, Tears said, grinning, his golds flashing. They weren't just happy to see Jackal. They were ready to put him back to work. Now that he was free, all they had to do was load him up with drugs and tasks, while they focused on cleaning up the jester's public face. Despite his smell and strange ways, Jackal was a legend when it came to making folks disappear and being a hustler, who out-hustled all the other hustlers. He had real history. Jackal was the one who started a major clash years ago between the Dog Nation and the Jesters and survived multiple attempts on his life. That alone made him a legend in the underworld. You already know. You got my nose? Jackal asked. Yeah. Tears pulled out a green jester nose from his hoodie pocket and handed it over. A quick flick from Jackal's hand and the nose was on. Someone in the parking lot snapped a photo for the fresh out flick. Tears had driven a separate car on purpose. Jackal wasn't riding in his. We bought you a bonk. You still know how to drive, right? Giggles joked. Come on now, girl. Don't forget who the best driver, Jackal smirked, referencing a wild mission they'd pulled before. My bad. We following you back to the Kirkus or wherever you going? All right. They pulled out, Jackal leading the way to the graveyard Kirkus.
Jackal was a hellhound once. He had been exiled from Dog Quarters, Dogview, Porgex for bad hygiene, a level of stink that embarrassed the whole nation. Back then, he was known as Stax, a money-getting dog who was a sniffing mad money top member. After the exile, life got ugly. He slept in run-down motels, flop houses from here to there, wherever he could. That is, until he found himself at the mercy of two kids, Giggles and Tears. Back when they were small, there was a clash between the dogs and the jesters. Another hellhound had already eaten their uncle and was about to finish the job. He'd already swiped Tears' arm, tasting his flesh. That's when Stack stepped in. He tore into the other hellhound in a vicious dogfight, his first time ever killing another hellhound. Killed him, left the body in a burning house and disappeared with the kids. That one act earned him the loyalty of Giggles and Tears forever. They vouched for him as they climbed ranks in the jesters, but couldn't recruit him until they had full say-so. When the time was right, they put in the word, and the Jester Nation welcomed Jackal with open arms. He turned into something twisted in the dog's eyes. He wore a jester nose with his dog form and used to joke around with the gargoyles. They'd have full-on clowning sessions, laughing while smoking and plotting. He took pride in it, but it wasn't all jokes. Jackal had put in so much work for the jesters and disrespected the dogs so hard, it sparked another bloody clash that nearly broke the underworld. That betrayal led to the new Underworld Nation's laws. No switching sides. Any made member who flips gets killed by their own. That law was signed by every nation head, and Jackal S' name was branded in the underworld as a legend for it.
Back at the graveyard Kirkus, they arrived and showed Jackal his trailer. It's a horn and everything you need in there, Tears said from the car. Okay, Jackal said, stepping out. We throwing a party later. Giggles yelled out. I'm a freshen up. You know I just got out. Inside, Jackal found the phone and made 2 important calls. Ring, ring. I'm out, Jackal said. Good. Now we can do this for real. Jackal called the next number. Ring, ring. Hello? A woman with a heavy island accent answered. Rafika? Yes. Who is this? The one and only. You act like you don't know this voice. Sheldon? Hey, girl. Oh my goodness. Later that night, the graveyard circus was lit like a funeral flipped upside down. This party was for Jackal. Fresh out the box after sitting down for 4 years and word already spread like wildfire. He about to touch some serious money. Everybody who mattered in the underworld knew what that meant. He didn't just switch sets, he switched species. Left the dog nation behind and popped up Jestered out. The Jesters was out deep. Wicks hanging, bells jingling. Eyes glassy from whatever was in the jugs they passed around. The gargoyles showed up too, mean muggin' and still as statues. Bodies covered in faded tattoos and fresh war marks. They didn't like that Jackal flipped sides, but they all knew one thing for sure. Jackal had put in work. Real work. The kind that couldn't be erased. He'd survived several murder attempts, and tonight, everybody showed up to celebrate what was coming, because when Jackal got paid, a lot of others got fed.